Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, we call the Lebanon Public Building Corporation meeting to order. All rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item is roll call.
Okay, Jim Urban,
Present.
Matt Drury,
Present.
Neil Taylor.
Present?
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is election of officers.
I'll make a motion to elect Neil Taylor president of the Lebanon Public Building Corporation.
Second.
All in favor? Say, all in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. No opposed?
That's the only one we have.
Okay.
Vice
No
President.
opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Yep.
Motion carries. Okay, election of Vice President.
I'll make a motion to nominate Mr. Urban vice president of the Lebanon Public Building Corporation.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion carries.
Motion's carried. And we need a secretary.
Secretary?
Hey, we need a motion for a secretary.
I'll make a motion to appoint Matt Drury as secretary.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We have the reading of the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
There's actually two sets of minutes, and Neil was not on the board for the first one, so if we can do these separately.
Yep.
So we
Okay.
just need a motion for the July 2nd of 18 minutes to be approved.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second that.
Thank you.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Carries.
And I'll abstain.
Okay. And then I need a motion for August 16th of 2018. Yes, August 6th of 2018.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from August 6, 2018.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, now, any old business?
Not seeing any?
None? No old business? Okay, we got new business. Resolution 2022-1, approving leases and loan agreements for the field house project and public infrastructure project.
Ben Bontrager.
Okay.
Good evening. Ben Bontrager, Planning Director for the City of Lebanon. I'll just very quickly give you an overview of this project and then turn it over to the technical folks that have a much better handle on what's in your documents before you this evening. So as many of you are aware, we've been working for a little while now on the Hickory Junction Fieldhouse project that's at the southeast corner of State Road 39 and Interstate 65. And big project, about 95 acres. It's anchored by about a 200,000 square foot field house. And then we'll have ancillary uses that you'd expect for a large facility like that, like entertainment, restaurants, hospitality, and those things. So we're really excited about this project. We've been working on it for a while now. A big part of getting this project to the finish line is the ability of the developer, who will own the project and the facility, to be able to leverage the city's financing abilities to get better interest rates. And so we're using the lease rental bond structure in order to finance the construction of the facility itself, and then also a series of public infrastructure projects to support the overall development. So that is what we're here to discuss tonight. That lease rental bond structure requires participation from the Economic Development Commission, the Building Corporation, the Redevelopment Commission, and the council. So you guys are all involved, and I'll turn it over to Catherine now to kind of walk you through what's before you here tonight as a building corp and your responsibilities as it relates to this project.
Good afternoon or evening. Catherine Finello, Public Finance Attorney with Dinsmore & Scholl, Indianapolis, Indiana. You have before you a resolution which seeks your approval of 2 leases and also 2 loan agreements with notes, and also approving the acceptance of leased premises under the lease. So a little summary on the bonds that will be issued and why we have a lease and the loan agreements. To enable the city to issue the lease rental bonds that Ben mentioned, to fund both the Fieldhouse project and the public infrastructure project, the city will transfer certain roads of the city to the building corporation, who will then lease those roads to the Lebanon Redevelopment Commission. The value of the roads transferred to the building corporation for lease to the redevelopment commission are of the value to support the lease rental payments under the lease, which in turn support the payment on the debt service of both bond issues for the projects. The city will actually loan the proceeds of the bonds to the building corporation, who will enter into an agreement at closing of the bonds to provide the monies to the developer to complete and to construct and complete both projects. The building corporation will use the lease rental payments that it receives from the Lebanon Redevelopment Commission. It will pay its loan back to the city with those lease rental payments, and the city will in turn use those funds to pay the debt service on both issues of bonds. So that is a summary of the bond issue itself and why you would be approving the leases, the loan agreement, and also the roads that will be transferred to the building corporation under each of the leases. So be happy to answer any questions. I always feel like I need a flow chart for that discussion.
Do I have any questions?
Nope, good down here.
Entertain a motion on this?
Yeah, I think, Corporation, if it may, I'll go ahead and read the resolution 2022-01 into the record, and then if there's any discussion and a motion. So this resolution is a special meeting of the Board of Directors of the Lebanon Public Building Corporation, approving a proposed lease between the Lebanon Public Building Corporation as the lessor and the Lebanon Redevelopment Commission as the lessee, and the matters that are set forth in here. The Lebanon Public Building Corporation was established as a nonprofit corporation operating pursuant to the Indiana Nonprofit Act 1991 as amended. In order to foster economic development, the City of Lebanon, the Lebanon Redevelopment Commission, and this corporation, as well as Card Associates Athletic Facilities LLC or its affiliates, the developer, desire to provide for the acquisition, construction, installation, and equipping of approximate 190,000 square foot indoor sports complex project that will feature 8 basketball or volleyball courts, 2 fields to support football, soccer, rugby, lacrosse, baseball, and softball, and it'll include a mezzanine space, weight facilities, concession space, classroom space, tenant space, and pitching and hitting tunnels, as well as ancillary uses such as conventions and wholesales, and that's defined as the Fieldhouse project. Together with public infrastructure improvements that will consist of roads, a lift station, water mains, drainage, and related improvements that will include, but not be limited to, a primary road, a State Road 39 intersection signal improvement, signal and dual lane roundabout, or single and dual lane roundabouts, a local lift station, drainage and water mains, and all of that's defined as the public infrastructure project. That's to be constructed by the developer at or near the southeast corner of I-65 and State Road 39 in the city. In order to provide for the financing and construction of the Fieldhouse project, this board of directors of the corporation desires to enter into the lease between the corporation as the lessor and the commission as the lessee. That is in Lease A, with respect to all or a portion of the certain roads, including related improvements and fixtures located therein, defined as the leased premises, as described in the lease, as well as a loan agreement between the corporation and the city, and that's defined as the loan agreement A, which will include a related note of the corporation described therein, as well as to provide for the financing and construction of the public infrastructure project, this board of directors of the corporation desires to enter into the lease between the corporation as the lessor and the commission as the lessee, and that's defined as Lease B, with respect to all or a portion of the certain roads, including related improvements and fixtures therein, defined as the lease premises. That's all described in the lease, as well as the loan agreement between the corporation and the city, and that's defined as Loan Agreement B, including the related note of the corporation described in Note B. Therefore, this Board of Directors of the Lebanon Public Building Corporation, in Section 1, approves the leases. It approves each of the proposed Lease A and Lease B that's defined as the leases in the form that has been provided to each of you and at this meeting. And the president or any officer of the corporation is authorized and directed to execute and deliver the leases, as well as with any changes to leases as such officer deems necessary or advisable in the name and on behalf of the corporation, as well as the secretary or any other officer of the corporation is authorized and directed to attest to such execution. The board accepts the ownership of any real estate and improvements that is transferred to this corporation from the city, and each of the Loan Agreement A and Note A, as well as the Loan Agreement B and Note B, in the form presented in this meeting is hereby approved, and the president or any officer of the corporation is authorized and directed to execute and deliver such agreements as well as the notes with such changes to each of the loan agreement or the note as each officer deems necessary or advisable in name and on behalf of the corporation. Any member of the board is authorized and directed in the name and on behalf of the corporation to execute and deliver such documents and to take any such actions as such member deems necessary to effect the foregoing resolution. The foregoing resolutions are effective upon passage.
Any questions or anything? Okay.
A motion on this?
Need a motion on this resolution?
All right, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2022-01.
Second that.
For a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against it? No. Motion's carried.
No other business?
Is there any other business or anything needs to be brought up? Take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Is there any negative votes? No. Motion's carried.
All in favor?
Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Here's this.